What is going on, everybody? It is Jake Smith with Alex Hamilton on the Jock Sports Podcast show. Today we're going to talk about the best free agent signings and the worst, because there's a lot of them, obviously. With the new cap, salaries, and everything that's going on with the NBA, there's been some terrible contracts. And also we're going to talk about the upcoming season with the best and worst teams coming up. All right, Alex, we're going to start off with the bad side of free agency so far because we want to end on a good note. And on your earlier episodes, you've already shown your concerns with the Mike Conley contract. And I just want to ask you, why are you so upset about it?
Jake, to answer your question, why I'm so disgusted with Mike Conley's deal with 5 years, $153 million deal, because that deal goes to a superstar, and I do not think he's a superstar. Whoop-de-doo, he made third-team all-defense. But hell, I can make that in my rec league.
I agree with you that Mike Conley does not deserve 5 years and $153 million. But he is an all-star, and he is a great player, and deserves respect for how well he's done for the Grizzlies. But there's one player that I just can't wrap my head around getting 5 years, $120 million for Nicholas Batum. I mean, he was traded last offseason for Noah Vonleh and Gerald Henderson in a deal that just looked like was just made to get salary out for Trailblazers and get a young player in Noah Vonleh. But he had a nice season for the Hornets, but 5 years, $120 million. I feel like that would be a good Mike Conley contract, but that is nowhere.
Wait, Jake. I'm going to interrupt you there for a second. I agree on that, but I got one thing to say. One contract I absolutely discussed, but not as much as Mike Conley deal, is the Jeremy Lin 3-year, $36 million deal. He is not worthy of a player of getting paid $12 million a year. That's about how much Steph Curry makes a year. I don't believe he's got the caliber as a player to be a $12 million man. Yes, he had a good stint with the Knicks, but he's never been the same like that. Yeah, he had a little stint with the Hornets, but he's not good enough. Not good enough to be paid $12 million a deal. So,
yes, that is definitely a bad free agent signing. But also turn the page to Evan Turner with the Trailblazers for 4-year, $70 million. That is $17.5 million for who past 4 years hasn't averaged over 10 points. The highest he's gotten is 10.4, I think. And that's ridiculous money.
All right, let's move on to the good signings of the NBA free agency. I'm going to start off with two players I actually respect a lot. It's Rajon Rondo and Dwayne Wade, both going to the Bulls. I think the Bulls are a winner this offseason because they picked up two good players. It's going to be interesting seeing what those two do on the court and how they manage. I think those two are good picks, and they're winners for signings this year. Jake, what do you think were the best signings in the NBA offseason this year?
Well, Alex, I think you have to start with the Spurs, with their signing of Pau Gasol. I mean, Pau Gasol has been an all-star, and he's getting older, but I think he brings much value to a team that is already title contenders. I mean, there's no disagreements about that. And also, I want to move to a team that actually I think has improved the most besides the Warriors this offseason, which is the Indiana Pacers. They've added Jeff Teague, Thaddeus Young, and now they signed a 3-year, $30 million contract to Al Jefferson, which I think is an absolute steal. You get terrible contracts in Timothy Mozgov for 4 years, $64 million, and you get Al Jefferson for a 3-year, $30 million? Yeah, that's a great signing.
I'm going to go to the one that everyone knows, obviously, of Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, $54.3 million, or 2 years. You know that the Warriors are the best team in the NBA. Well, they were. And with Kevin Durant adding to their great team, they're going to be unstoppable next year. And I do think, early prediction, I do think they will win the championship next year. With Kevin Durant by their side, they're going to be a scoring machine. We're now going to talk about the teams that will surprise us the most next season. Jake, who do you think will surprise you next season the most?
I'm going to go with the New York Knicks because I think they had an overall good offseason without having any draft picks at all. They pick up Derrick Rose, who, not injured, is a great point guard. He's explosive, makes plays for other people, and he's a hard worker. And I feel like if he's healthy, I mean, he could bring winning to New York. And I think Joakim Noah is a good free agent pickup for what he does, and good defensively, and he's a good complement to Kristaps Porzingis, because Kristaps going to be the stretch four of the team, and he's going to be out on the perimeter most of the time, and Joakim Noah is just going to stay in the middle, grab those rebounds, and give a lot of room for Porzingis, and I think that's just going to make them a lot better than they were last year. I think Joakim Noah is an obvious upgrade over Robin Lopez, and Derrick Rose is a definite upgrade over... Wait, who do they even have on their team? Exactly. And I even mentioned Carmelo Anthony, their best player. So I think they will definitely make the playoffs this year, and I think they can get a 4 seed and actually make it there. So that's my prediction.
My surprise team is the Phoenix Suns. They had a great draft. They have a young core that they will build upon and become a playoff team and to be a team to fear in years to come. They got Brandon Knight, Eric Bledsoe, and Devin Booker on the guards. And Bledsoe and Brandon Knight both have a lot of experience at guard. So those two managing the floor will be great. I think they will be a team to fear in the years to come, as I said, and they'll go deep in the playoffs.
I want to thank everybody for listening to our podcast today. I think we had a great podcast, and I hope that you can reach out to us at our website at jocksportswibbly.com and find us at Twitter at jocksports44. And we just started up on Twitter, so we want to keep it moving and get rolling. So, thank you.